Hey, good night, guys. We're docked up for the night. As you can see, we're fueled up. Let's see, we started out in downtown at mile marker 0. We're all the way deep in North Carolina. We made it through the 2 locks. We had a lot of stuff happen today. All right, so we left out, and we left out early. Before 7, we got underway. We went through the port, and I was expecting traffic with tugboats and all that kind of stuff, and we had a little bit. And we got all the way out to the Gilmerton Bridge, which we're low enough where we don't even need them to open it. Okay, but the rail bridge was down, and there was a train coming. So I had oh man, the fish are jumping out here. They're actually jumping out of the water behind me. We're in Camden, North Carolina, not too far past the border, but we're past the border. The good news with that is that we are past all the hurdles. All right, like this morning with the train. All right, I had to hold in position. All right, and it was narrow. All right, and I had to get the boat there and keep it, point it towards the right direction, and hold us in place. And I did a good job. I came right up there like a pro, and I held the boat right there nice and still. And the train goes by like 5 minutes. It's still not open. I'm trying to hail the bridge at this point. Like, why is the bridge not opening? They finally come back saying that they're having mechanical issues and they can't raise the bridge. This is the only way to get to the ICW. All right, I'm like, man, we're gonna have to backtrack. I'm trying to think of a plan, and then thank goodness about 15 minutes in, the bridge just started raising, and we were able to get through. And we went right up into the lock. Larry, he's my first mate, my only mate, I should say, on the boat. This is his first time on a boat. He's never been on a boat. All right, so tying up the lines, going through the lock, it's all his first time. All right, so I'm showing him, but he's a good learner, and he's impressed me so far. All right, I thought this was going to be a lot harder, but he has really been a big help. All right, and he's tried to help every step of the way. And I needed him to hold that boat, and he's big and strong, so he can grab a hold of the boat and hold it, and it's nice. And we came into this spot to fuel up today, and I don't know if you guys can really see. You see where the boat is parked, all right? And you see that is the concrete and the road. Like, we are backed right up in here to the very end of this thing. We are, pressed up in here, all right? And I'm actually standing on the fuel dock. So I had to come in here and make a complete U-turn with the boat, land up beside this dock right here in the middle, all right? And this is where the gas pump is. And I had to put the boat right on this little spot, all right? And the boat is about as long as this whole dock. It's actually, I think we're longer than this dock, all right, by several feet, all right? So we're probably 10 foot longer than this dock. And once we fueled up, I had to back up, all right? I had to back the sucker up, right? And try to keep us off the pier as best I could. But I also had to get us back into this corner, all right? And you can see like a little boat ramp thing right there. All right, so I was worried about like running aground, all right, and we had to get us aligned over there against that little finger up against the side over there. But I was able to do it and worked out beautifully. All right, we had some dock hands come out and help us. We took on, I think we got like 75 gallons of gas. That was combined in both tanks. So, we might have burnt. We're actually doing better on fuel than I anticipated. All right, we might be getting a little bit over a mile a gallon, maybe a mile and a quarter, mile and a half at best. I don't think we're getting better than that. But tomorrow we're going to cross the Sound. We got like a big day. We're hoping to hit maybe Belhaven if we can really get out of here. We got a bridge. We got one more bridge to get past. All right. If we get to the bridge before 7 o'clock in the morning, it'll open up on demand. All right. After 7 o'clock in the morning, we'll have to wait. And we're like 5 miles from the bridge, maybe 6. So, really great people at this marina. All right. They have some really great boats here. And of course, I'm admiring the boats. And the old fella come on aboard, and I went on aboard his boat, and they helped us out with a shop vac. And I've been able to, I sucked out with the shop vac. I sucked out the trash and debris that we had in our heat exchanger. And there was like, I don't know what it was. It was some kind of chunks or something, but it's gone now. All right. Our oil is nice, and motors, we're going to try to push tomorrow. All right. I'm going to step it up. We've been cruising, 6 to 8 knots. Tomorrow, we're going to jump up, and we're going to try to do 12 to 14 knots. All right. Cruising speed of the boat is 14. All right. So, I'm not sure of the fuel mileage at that speed. All right. But we're going to give it a go. We're going to see how it runs, and we're going to rev her up a little bit and see if we can't make up a little bit of time. We got out the gate a little slow because we had that bad weather, but thankfully we waited, because if I had to deal with 35-mile-an-hour gusts and that train and this dock, all right, 35 miles an hour in this dock, they do not equal. Like, it would have been a scary proposition coming in here in high winds. All right, this boat is tall. That thing's like a sail. The wind gets on the side of this boat and just pushes. And the boat weighs 30,000 pounds, and there's no brakes. So you really got to be thinking about what you're doing. You really got to be paying attention and thinking ahead. A lot of things can go wrong, and I'm just happy we were able to do it all. We got to get off the dock tomorrow. All right. But my man L, he's big and strong. All right. We're going to untie, and I'm going to have him give an old heave-ho on the nose of the boat. All right. Because we got to get out from behind that. All right. So I actually think about tying a spring line on the rear stern of the boat and backing up against it. All right. And then that would bring my front around. We're going to see, I'm still teaching Larry. All right. He's got to learn a couple more of these skills, though, so we can really be able to dock in tight areas. All right. Because it really takes 2 people, 3 people. And if you tie your lines to pylons, and, if you're smart, you can really use the boat, and the boat will maneuver around stuff. You can make really tight turns with it. It just takes some know-how. Tow truck. I mean, we're right here on the edge. It's quiet. It's not too bad, but I'll be checking in with you guys later. I love you. I want to make sure this video uploads. All right, guys. I wish I could have showed you more of the work and stuff, but I had to charge my phone. We're going without a generator. We have like a job site generator, but it's super loud. I'm talking. So we're trying to run it. We run it when we really need to. And we ran it to make coffee this morning and charge a little bit. But we haven't, I got my refrigerator, and we got it on its lowest setting, and we're just getting it ice cold. I got a bunch of frozen ice cold water and shit in there, and we're trying to go. And we actually made it 2 days, and everything's still frozen. So it's been, we made it 2 days without a plug on the refrigerator, and everything managed. I still have milk. I'm about to go in here and drink my milk right now, and do my route for tomorrow. I got to go in there and do my captain homework, write down my log. I got to do all that kind of stuff. I've been trying to really hone my traditional sailing skills, and, keeping a log book of the fuel and the exact mileages that we're doing, and then our checkpoints tomorrow where I want to make our turns, and really just get our route nailed down, get my backup plans in place. You know, what if something happens, where we're gonna stop. And but I love you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. All right, good night.